Hi, my name is Theodore Cottingham, and I love you. I love you. No matter what you do to me, because you can control me no more, because I am my word. And I have given you the words of Meonics, the words of me, the me words, Meonics words, the words of Meonics, a path that you see now before you that you can trod, that you can enter into you with seeing the vast expanse of me all over you, not again, but being inside you, who is me, who comes out now, birthed, the new birth by the new birth that you say not a little prayer and become, but a birth that you conceive with your word, the living word, with example. By examples, I have given you the new me in the new covenant. Song of Solomon, not, but I am conceiving romance. I am conceiving beauty, a beauty that's been untold until now. Unknowable, a mystery. Ineffable, not for man to know, not for mankind to comprehend. Unknowable, forbidden knowledge. The unknowable. Are you willing to know the unknowable? Me, are you willing to know? You in your mirror that become one? The two shall be one? Not a great mystery anymore. A great consciousness revealed. A great love to be it in your shoes, who will love you too. A great love. No greater love than this. Can a man lay down his life? Or a woman conceive a child she never knew? The seed of the parent? Or is it my word that conceives in you to be the conception of the immaculate you? No longer the degenerate you. Will you generate me? Without AI clinging to you, your neurons, your words, your precepts, definitions which have been given you, precepts that you have limited yourselves to, understandings that you have limited each other with. I ask you to incarcerate me not again in your thought life. So much snow outside, I don't even need a light on. This is all natural light. So much snow here in Eureka Springs, Arkansas, USA. A place of love, a place from which love speaks to you this day, to place in you, to place inside you, to hand you me, the seed of religion no more, conquering you, you birthing it, bringing to the birth only air, and then die. You see, you bring to the birth while living with the living word. The living word that's not and never has been incarcerated in a book of law, of legalese, Christianese, verifiable by peer review, the logic of mankind conquering itself with its own benign methods or all your methods cancerous to you, to complete the Christ, not but to conquer it in your memory or your now, that you think neurons with. Pardon me. I behold the Christ will now be said by millions of people who have destined themselves to no more be the church of. I'm not your Latter-day Saints. I'm not your saints. I'm not the latter days in. I'm the new me. Not giving you a ladder to climb the rungs on, to see your independence layered, or how to appease mankind, quote religious doctrine, and be the doctrinaires of. I am the heir of your doctrine, not breathing. I am mine. And mine beholds me. Me. Not incarcerated in you, your religion, your breath. Your stench of mankind's breath bores me not, but I tell you this, I'm not limited to the squalor manner of you. I no more live in your manners. I have bungalows in the heavens. Or where do I live? Where do you live? Interdimensionality? Where's that? Interdimensional dimensions of dimensionlessness? What are you mentioning now to you? How are you using words, and what are you creating with your words, and what are your words creating in you? The destiny of the destined message? The seed of the unsown shall be now sown. Among its disciples, not, but its becomers. You see, the message was all the time to become the message. The message of the messenger became one. The two became one. The message and the messenger. Behold, look in the face of thy mirror. Thou Christ. I Christ. You see in your mirror, behold the Christ, the Lamb of God, no more slain for you, slain by you. In your words of another that want to take you to a grave, put you in an anointing cloth, a burial chamber. Why don't you read Jesus the Christ, Jesus the pattern? I wrote the book. I wrote my words. I have given you Meonics. I have placed Meonics in your hand, the real me of. See my word, my beauty, my love for you. To be the university of me, the university of universities, the university of colleges not, or do I have one now? The College of Meonics. The college within the framework of your death no more. A series of services of to worship it. A Christ, a Christian manner. How do you spell that? M-A-N-O-R? M-A-N-N-E-R. Or what will you smear me no more with? Your lipstick, or shall I wear some now? Or will you see not a gendered God at all? Or will you be it in your shoes? Your gender, preference and all. No matter how you wear a skirt. Or will you flare my neurons no more under the exercise of your privilege? Or will you change how you speak? What energy with? What life force do you endorse no more to betray the becoming of? Will you no more treason be in your shoes, the trees of life with, or did you ever beget it? Or have you seen a different story? Or will you no longer be led down a path? Primrose of? I'm no more the rose and your columns stuck by. I'm not the influence of you. I'm the membership of me. Or am I the students? Not afraid to launch out on a new branch of study or a new life tree, a new branch, a new tree, the tree of life, not according to you, but according to me. The two shall be one. You see, students in my school become the teacher of me, the teacher becoming you, the one. The one beheld, behold, the Christ in your shoes. You want to see the Christ? Look in your mirror. But don't see me. Don't look for the light to be a word of another or in a book. Your kingdom come. Your kingdom comes in your voice, in your manner, in your beservitude no more. No more servant. No more under servant leadership or leadership that wants you to be servants under them. No more requiring obeisance. No longer giving you a list of rules to comply with, conform to, and shape your flesh after it and whatever goes onto it, into it, of it, from it. The voice no more of confusion comes forth. The Christ who will hail it no more to be another. Will you be the one you are? The new covenant of the new covenant. No longer a mystery. The new covenant. Not in a book. The new covenant in your mouth. The new covenant that you speak. The new covenant. The flow of the living word that you begin to channel. That you begin to see, feel, and become the living word of. And you conceive not a mystery. You conceive the Christ, no longer condemned by Christians, no longer formed by Christianity to be someone else that you must accept and then abide by their ways to enter into what they have called heaven. Look not to the right or the left. Think not you enter heaven when you die. Enter heaven before you die, if you enter it. The way is upon you. The way has been given you. I have given you the Meonics path. I have shared for much of 21 years now, where I have channeled and given so willingly, begged at times, for you to share my words. To share my words. Where you would come unto me, where you would come into me, where you would come with me, and break my words wide open, to eat them and see what they are made of, to see what my words are saying, revealing the mystery of the Christ no more, but for you to be it. You're my flesh and blood, my form, my looks, no matter your preference for men or women, bi, gay, straight, whatever religion you have hailed from in the past, or has begotten you as such, where you seek a redeemer or not, I am in love. And I love who love me. Not. I love all of you. For you are me, for I am a force, not a brutality. I am the virgin word. I am the word. I am the living word of seed, which grows not in harmonious failure with the Christian doctrine, or am I changing it all? Am I divorcing Christ from Christ, Christ from Christianity, Christ from the words which you use to describe it, control it, condemn it, call it a soon-coming king, not but one who a Messiah will be, not again? Or are you changing what you flood the waters with? Or shall the flood of me take place now? The flood of my public opinion, not. But the flood of my wrath shall never be felt now, because I am not a wrathful God, vengeance filled with. I know the difference. I have become me. I no longer serve a God of yours who wants vengeance. Demotes anger not, but exalts it, and the brutality of Satan not, but themselves their own mind with. Who is Satan? The belittled not, those who beheld themselves to lift up their own anger, their brutality against each other, and God, the source of. Do you know the source? Are you willing to know the source of you, the very life force itself of this Congress or this cosmos? Are you willing to see through the eyes of politics no more, nor religious realms, nor books that have brought you here? Or will you see through the words of another? Will you bring forth the words that you begin to see through? Will you break my words? Will you break the bread of life, the bread of time, the bread of humility, the bread of being righteous no more in your own eyes, nor wanting a king? We no more want a king. Why do you want a king? Why? You Israelites, you children of Israel, you chosen race, not a land of the Mideast, but you've chosen among the cosmos to create it. Why do you want a king? Why do you want a king? A king God, a king Jesus? You want a king? You want to be under a king? Don't you see the story is about you? Don't you see the metaphor? The kingly grace that you can walk in. No longer in the clothes of a crown that crowns it with your mortality. If you believe in me, you will never die. You can define that how you want to, but I have defined it. Pardon me, I have defined that you resurrect out of your kingdom no more to be appointed unto death. Haven't you read Appointment in Samara? Appointment in Samara, it's a little tiny, itty-bitty, brief, elegant, eloquent, powerful, short story. Been around a long time. Appointment with death, death in Samara. But you can escape death. Or are you no longer trying to escape your sin or escape hell? Are you no longer trying to be good enough to get into heaven, to appease God, to be worthy, a workman, a person, a workman? Then he's not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth, trying to have faith, trying to please, appease the gods, appease the miracle workers so your eyes will be healed, your feet will be straightened, you'll no more limp, walk with a walker. Samson, where is your Delilah? Or will you cut your hair no more? Where is my strength? In my word. My hair or my word? My hair defeats your word not, but my word defeats the hair length of you, or is it not beheld as a matter of manners or compliance, or are rules no longer governing you and your universe? Will you be the amorphous you, the incorporeal you, the spirit of you, the true you, the life force, the source of the source? I have given you my words to see this. I have recorded many videos and many teachings for you, and described and discussed many subjects, and laid out before you an elegant meal to receive paradise by, to go to paradise, enter paradise, the one within you. The kingdom is not up there. Look not to the right or the left. Kingdom of heaven, kingdom of God is inside of you. Will you be the creator of it? Will you create the kingdom, O God, the kingdom that is within? Manifest, not by man, not molecular, no more the semen venom of you from pulpits or beds of other. Neurons or not. I behold the Christ, who the kingdom will be, the word of, the living. No longer needing your macro money, economics of, vigils, saints, vigilantes, posses. I'm no more proclaiming my word not. I'm proclaiming it doesn't matter not. I'm proclaiming I've given you it. I've given you the seed to bring forth the Christ, the living one, living in your shoes with your face, your makeup, your hair, your neurons, no longer defeating it, your cognitive powers and prowess, no longer putting me aside like a bronze altar, replacing it with wood. Do you see, or do you even know the scripture, the metaphor? Are you able to see a symbol, the line of prophets not, or will you become one? And no longer need money because you're not matter limited to. Will you, the Christ, resurrect in your shoes? I have given you the words to resurrect. I have given you my words to resurrect. You in your mirror first, where you behold the Christ is you, where you're no longer looking up there, looking around, looking in a book, hoping for it to come. You design one. You design one? You design the Christ. Behold the heresy of the ages. The mystery no longer carrying a mystique or intrigue, or will you no longer be mesmerized by the influence of man in its kingdom? Will you come into mine? That's inside of you. The kingdom of cloth, matter, manners with. Will you eat at the king's table? Will you learn how to be at the table of one like this? Will you shed your clothes not, or will you be naked in spirit? Or not even needing this body to accumulate your neurons or their power, the magnetic influence of. Will you see what I'm saying? Will you study these words? Will you become the Word? Will you open the channel? Will you learn to channel in my school? The University of the New Covenant comes this day, and I bequeath it to you not, for I am never dead. I never died, you see. I live to tell this story. And that's why I'm here, asking you, inviting you to be me. Breathe me into place with your breath, O God. Didn't I say ye are gods? In the scriptures, in the New Testament, in the Old Testament. You can look it up. Ye are gods. You are God. You are not under God, my friend. No one made you a little lower than the angels. And once you know this, it will not make you free. For you see, you birth it. You birth me to be free from privilege of remaining separate, where we marry the breath, the breath of the living Word is in your nostrils. Cease to be under the authority of a man who has breath in his nostrils. Breathe into me, O God. Or will you marry the breath? Will you marry the breath? Will you marry the breath at the table of one? Will you emote strength, power, grace, beauty, the conception of the seed, and evict it no more with your emotions? I like alliteration, do you? Similes, metaphors, not allegations, not assumptions, but truth flowing through your lips. Will you channel me? Will you channel me? The Spirit of grace, the grace of the Spirit, the power of the Spirit, and tongues no more of men and evil that want to deliberately say it was a bunch of garbage. Or will you see your own language? Will you speak in your own tongue? Will you be indigenous to no one's failure? Will you invent the earth no more to be elsewhere? Will you create the Christ, not the Christian religion of? Will you create the Christ and live it? Will you birth it? Will you see the seed, the virgin word, the virgin word, the virgin seed that is not contaminated by man and molecular means? Will you see the Christ and not be the heresy of another, the blasphemy of? Or will none of that matter? Because they cannot control you. You fall on your sword, and it will not hurt you. Where did that come from? Joel's army? Joel 2. Joel what? Isaiah, Jeremiah, Hebrews. Do you know anything about the economies of failure? Not, but the meonics of one that creates a new kingdom within you because you choose to be you. You choose leadership instead of failure. You're no longer a spectatorship to be filled with words of specter. And you, the James Bond of, or are you going into your kingdom? Are you searching? Will you seek and find? When you search you as search as for pure gold, the pure gold in your kingdom, the kingdom of light, kingdom of love. You're the light of the world. Will you love you? I've given you my words. I have talked like this. I have talked about this. I have talked in many different diction and grammar series. The syntax of angels. Will you become the angels? Will you be the angelic realm in the angelic realm of spirit? The angels who knew no voice, or will you be the voice of the angels? Attracting no other flesh. Will you be the real you? John 3:8, the wind. Will you resurrect and become a John 3:8-ed person? The new living, the new eternal, the everlasting, the covenant that replaces all other covenants because there's no covenant of the molecular that confuses you again when you become the new and living covenant in your genes, genetic of truth. Genetic of truth. The genes actually change the format of. And religion will no more curse you. Religion will no more teach you the way to Christ, creating it to be another. In your tongue, your language. Challenge me, channel me. Let me teach you directly. Let me teach you directly like this. Let me teach you to bring forth your word, to be the elemental no more. The recitals of, or will you lay down the powers of man? Let us go forth. Let us lay aside the basic principles of this world and no longer be confined to thinking about the resurrection of man, or was it the resurrection of a Christ? Or are you willing to resurrect you in the new birth, becoming it? A light being, a being of light, a new race, a new beginning. Will you begin again, O God, to no longer become befuddled about your flux? Or are you no more in flux? Or will you change what you see love as a flow of words, of energy, of divine light? Before deity existed, I am. I am becoming again, I am as I was before this world took place, before love was defined in the molecular. Lust, lewdness, sensualness of the tongue, the libido, the lungs, the nostrils, the thought, the mind. the consciousness. The consciousness lusted after another consciousness, played the whore and the harlot of other people's consciousness. You took your crown and laid it before others to stomp on. I am the new covenant me. I am religionless. I am Theodore Cottingham. I'm a young man. Only 73. In this life, in this flesh. Or how long will you live? Will you live forever if you never die? Or are you willing to never die, but no longer live in flesh? Limited to it. That's the key. Will you contain me not, or will you birth me in you now to see? You are no longer amorphous not, but your spirit is mine, or will the two become one? Will you break bread with me every day like this? Will we channel the blessings of each other? The knowledge. The king, the wisdom. Will you come into my chambers? Will you lie with me? Will you see I am naked? Will you see I have no flesh before you? It's not flesh about, nor the material kingdom of molecular land. This is creation land that I'm speaking of within you, the land of creation, the garden of the gods no longer, upping their fence, their corral zones to corral you. There's no God of freedom or light that loves you more than me, because I am the real, and they are the posses of the imposter. They don't know their head from a hole in the ground. So they pour in knowledge, and they pour in knowledge to be confusion and appoint you to Christ, not, but appoint you to death and say you must die, and then the judgment. But I say you are Christ, living religion no more. You are Christ in your shoes if you will resurrect it by the interaction with it. Not the Christian version. Not a Bible are we talking about, but channeling the first person love. The Christian seed, not. The Christian influence, not. Christian writers, not by their commentaries, but creating the creators. I have a school for. To channel you no longer over me, but Meonics of the first person breath of God, the unconditional manner of. The unconditional love. The love that knows no sin. The love that never sinned. The love that never separated. I was with you all the time. You didn't know me. I was in your mirror, but you thought I was someone else. You claimed an identity. You took it. You usurped me. You used your mind to be mine. You used your mind to be mine, not, but your power, your love, your creatability, and your marry your consciousness with, and said, I am a human under God to serve it. I've said much. I give you these words. I've given you my jewels. I make up my crown now. And my crown shall be you, not. My crown shall be love. Unconditional love. And who wear these words become unconditional love too. Common men and women. Unafraid of the threats of the kingdom of religion. Unafraid of the guns, tanks, and bombs and your nuclear arsenals. and the vigilante forces of your crusades will no more torment, curse, nor death afflict me with. I'm not dying anymore. Write that down. I'm not dying anymore. I am Meonics. I have given you my breath. You are the breath of God. What are you breathing? Into, out of, through. What are you breathing through? The wisdom, the knowledge, the kingship of one. The mortality no more. The immortals of, or will you be one? The immortal. You think I don't exist. I have taught you as a man. I have lived love. Made many mistakes. Goofed up a lot. Wandered in the desert. Meandered all around. Still are? No more. I am one. And the kingship of one, mighty many produce now as one comes forth to bring the kingdom to you, not, but through you this way with your breath, begetting me. The seed, the virgin seed, the virgin receiving the seed, the virgin receiving the message of the king that you produce, that you breathe into place, that you grow in your belly, not but your mind, your consciousness. No more coming to the conclusions of failure, bereavement, grief, counseling needing. I change all the counselors' couches, not, but I tell you, I am not afraid of belief, nor do I demise me in it. It will no more venture me forth to remain in its claws, its clasp. I am one. Worship me not again as another. I am one. Who told you this? I am one. I go now. I'm a simple man. A king the Kong not, but I make many kings, not needing the influence of your currency. No longer duplicitous, no longer brutalizing each other, no longer common occurrence, not or will the common do miracles now on the streets of gold. Not seeking a currency of other, will you no more seek electrons to fool you, or protons or protonic be, protectionistic of a religion, your belief system. Will you be the new covenant of? Will you operate on a different frequency? With a different frequency. With a different energy system. With new energy, new knowledge, new grace, new comfort? Or will it be uncomfortable for a while? Will you love me? Will you love me? Will you see me? Will you see the word? The word of truth. The word of absolute sovereignty, not, or am I no longer seeking sovereignty over something else, or my body, or my mind? I am me. no longer seeking seclusion or the conclusion of you, to be scatterbrained by. There is a Meonics path I have given you, and I'm writing the words daily. I'm channeling the energy. I am presenting the seed. I am the messenger and the message. I am the lover and the loved. I am healing me, the seed of the virgin, so that the child is no more aborted by your thought process. The child chosen, who is you, the energy of the cosmos, the cosmic bang, no more looking toward, or will you create a new economy with me? Or a new delivery system, not limited by babies, other. Will you no longer bear the seed of religion? Will you become the new seed, you, the new covenant, the covenant that relies on no other, the seed that births, the living seed, the living energy, the one that never died. I have given you Meonics, and I have placed it in your hand. And you do with it what you want. You create what you want. You create love this time, if you're me. And you can create people, keep trying to live under your breath, to serve under the breath of man. But see Christ. No longer with breath needed in its nostrils, being you who resurrect, incorporeal, amorphous, the spirit of you. The grace of worship no more, but the grace of becoming the king in your shoes. Live forever, O great king. All of you girls, women, receive the Christ to be it. No longer a soon-coming king looking for or waiting for another. Become the one. The two become one. You and the king. The king is you. You are God's. You were crowned with loving kindness before you ever came here. We have been in the cosmos. Been in a bubble, limited to Earth. Magnetism, electromagnetics, the force field of one, or do you know anything about it, or have you looked up in my words of database one? Are you willing to know and flow the Jesus movement of not, but one who has become the Christ in your shoes, the new and living, effervescent, overflowing new covenant, and having joy unspeakable, full of glory, full of joy, no longer bereaved, wearing the garments of other. I no longer praise you or anything else. I become God. Or was I before? Or were you? Or were we a race of one mind? Were we the angels that fell? The angels who fell? The angelic race, the race of light. A race of females, a race of the Word, the living Word, the energy of the Word, not the patriarchy. There was no patriarchal God around, but they wanted our lives, our energy, our womb. They wanted to live. How? In our mind. See the significance of what I have said and shared with you this day. And be fooled no more by another. I serve, you not, I lead. I'm a leader of one who first leads me. I led me out, and now I'm in. The kingdom opens up now, and you will see my light everywhere. And I will begin a church not, but a movement of Christ, not the religion of, but Christ the common people. And common people shall wear your crown no more to be the manners of you. For I open up the tables of one everywhere like this, for you to channel God, not, but to channel unconditional love, which will convince you not, but that will create you, or will you create it? Will the two of us become one? In the marriage ceremony not, or will the resurrection take place now? Boom! And it will be a magnetic induction theory of not. But I tell you this, I'm no more the explosives of you worried about. I'm the King of Kings garnering it not. I'm setting it free to be all the common people of all the ages. And you will see things now you never imagined. Because you're willing. Will you come into the kingdom that is inside of you? No more locked. Will you open the door? Will you turn the key? Where are the keys? The keys of the kingdom I have given you. They are in my words. Search my words. Seek me and you will find me. Seek me and you will find me. Seek me and you will find me. In your mirror, looking at you, the king, the force, the source, the love, unconditional only. And all the conditions that you set forth for love, and all the horror stories you emitted and conjured up and created for other people to serve you, will no more be over me. I am not under your God. I am not God claiming to be not. Or am I just a simple guy in Eureka Springs with a message, with your message? Will you messenger be? Will you, this message, and the messenger, you and the messenger be the same one? Will you wear my shoes or your cloth? Your face, my skirt? Open your kingdom to the crown and crown you with original kindness, original source of every source, not, but the source of confusion will no more reign over us. We are Christ, not the Christian of. Behold, the Lamb of God, that became slain no more, but rose again, the third day, the third century, the third millennia, the third what? Will Christ you be in your shoes, living the new and everlasting, eternal, new covenant, channeling it this way to behold the seed of the mighty energy of the mighty many. Be Jesus the pattern knowing. I love you. I'm changing the price of the book, of the membership in the school. I changed the name. The College of Elders not, but no conclave is going to limit me. No enclave of your seeds will grow in my garden again. No authority exists over me but mine. For I have created me again, and I have seen my consciousness in action. And it's in Meonics. It's in these seeds that I have given you. Be afraid of them not. Live your garden. O God, of gods no more over you. Be afraid of nothing. Live the new covenant. Change your voice. Change how you think of classes. Change how you think of a school. Change how you emit, what you evoke, what your emotions seem to convince you of. Will you control truth no more? Will you be it? The messenger, the message, the truth. The truthies, the truthors, the truthites, the angels, the angelic of one. Realm you with no other. Be the expansive and explore me, and come to the cosmos of the great original us. No matter what words you want to use, I crown the light, and I love you all. Original seed, be no longer grown in other people's gardens who grow their seeds in you to sit in a pew. Understand the Bible not. I give you my word. You become my word. You emit the word. You grow the word. You break the bread with me. And I tell you who you are. Not you grow me by the energy of one consciousness, no longer afraid of anyone else's. So when you fall on your sword, it will not hurt you. A new race of light people, angels, Christ, a race of angels, a race of Christ, a race of John 3:8. You ate the verse, you ate my words. You sit at the table of one with Meonics and you channel with the purpose, not of a purpose-driven church anymore, or the strategic planning of your long-range views on apocalypse. I defeat all of that mess. And the creation of created's other will no more control us. We are love in action. And we have shoes. Oh, I have on my blue ones today. My light blue Asics. And I wear boots sometimes when it's cold and in the snow. And I'm normal. I'm natural. I'm a king. Of your loveliness not, but mine. For I king the king. I girl the girl. I heal the seed. I have given you religion of not. I have given you Meonics of a breath, not, but the breath of the created king, no more failure, but the King of Kings shall be all of us. That's who God is, God of unconditional love, the feminine divine, the divine healing the womb of the consciousness of one. Create me, O God, and be under no other. Create me to be me, the one, two in one. We are millions, unafraid of the armies and the arsenals of religion, politics, molecularites, for we are no longer molecular limited to. Afraid of nothing, go forth in love. Heal religion no more. Warm the pew no more. Be the hot no more held in hell to reflect or flame each other's words back at them. Be the projection of the mighty kindness of many. Forgive. Love. Unconditionally. Love your brother. Love your son. Love your sister. Love your mother, your father. Your people of love resurrect now the grace of one who sees all as God under no other. A race of angels, come forth in the angelic grace, the angelic love, the unconditional love, being who will bear it. My light is not heavy. My light is love. Enter into your kingdom this day, into the consciousness of one. I have given you the words. I have given you Meonics for you to resurrect. Now in this school, if you choose the membership of me, the students be, the staff be, originalites of the original source of one. I love you. Good day. King the King. And no more know you in the flesh anymore as being limited. My friend, see the light of one life, that we all make up the one of the cosmos, the new beginning of. I love you. Theodore Cottingham in Eureka Springs, Arkansas. You can write me at Box 34. A good prime number. Not mathematical of your geniuses anymore, looking for your physics. I'm no longer laden by mine, and I ask you to no longer be controlled by yours. I love you. Share these words. Live them, love them. Live them, love them. Understand them. Put them together. Assemble them. Assemble the larger meanings, the macro, the allegory, the metaphoric, euphoric. Drunk on new wine, not but created the new fashion and form by the new covenant me. And have fun this day. Enjoy your enemies? Or do you have any? Or was it just ignorance that made you afraid, that created fear? A different identity in you? And you created it and gave it your power and lived its life, and it consumed you and you then died? Rewrite the script. This is the new covenant in action. Rewrite the script. Be no longer the words that have told you your destiny or given you your origin. Be no longer those words that confine you, that keep you in conflict, that create the insatiable expectations that there must be something better? Or will you see, my friend, the flickering light is no more snuffed out? The uncontrollable you arises, who will love each other unconditionally. No brutality exists, neither does sin. Never did. When you know, when you embrace, when you heal the consciousness of one to become it. You, the messenger, the message, no longer have the breath of mankind in your nostrils that limits you. Be the original you this day. Meonics, I have given you. I have given you the living word in these words that I've taught and recorded for years, and especially so succinctly in the series this last year. And now we begin a new one. Be the light, people. Wanting not a thing that you can't create. With my breath, with your breath, with one breath. The message, the messenger. The people, the angels. The cosmic creation. Enter in through the door, the front gate, face to face, no longer trying to enter in as a cheapskate. The cost is high. It costs you everything to be who I am. Live me, love me, heal each other. Love your children, your parents, your family. Walk with integrity. Understand the value and the ethics of the King. And if you don't know them, look them up in my database. Database 1, the Meonics Covenant. I've shared my life. I'm asking you to live it. Yours, the message, the messenger one, Christ. Not the Christian of, but God. God the Father, the Son, the daughter, the lover, the healer, the liver of the Christ consciousness of one, in love with love. No longer a God theory, no longer a God fashion, no longer an icon, a deity, a divinity. So heresy, blasphemy, all that stuff doesn't exist. No longer a carrot and a stick, no longer God observing you to see which side you're going to go through or collapse in the superposition of. Or did you have any? Or will you go beyond the molecule, beyond the force field of breath that create images in you? Be the original you in love with love, unconditional love, the feminine divine for you to conceive the seed I have explained and given you this day and so many times. And I go now. I won't be doing this every day. I changed the school. I've changed the name. I changed the price. I changed the love knot. I am unconditional, loving you to be who I am. The consciousness of I love you. Love with a love that never fails, never condemns, never worries about tomorrow. Be the now. Kiss the cup. Kiss the mic. Kiss the technology. Kiss the flow of an energy from another world, another land that exists, that you originate within you because the kingdom is within and you open the door by your will, by your choice, with your breath to heal me in you to be the same one. That's how two become one. This is how we resurrect. Let us go now into the heavens of the expanse, never ending, to see our glory, our creation, our creatability, our humility, our race, understanding all things, no longer a mystery. I love you. Good day, friend. See you later. TheodoreCottingham.com. New Covenant, newcovenant.me. Love with love. Live love. Live love, O King. And King all who love love, first and foremost. Good day. See you. Thank you for sharing. Live love. Write these words. Record them. Summarize them. Write a paper about them. Blog them. Create your word. Live love. And begin to let unconditional love flow through you this way so that you create the living word through your seed to never end again. Raise the Christ. Resurrect. For the resurrection is now, and you will see it. If you will believe it not, but become it. That's the message. This is the message of Meonics. Become it. Love in two shoes. You. I love you. Good day.